Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Santalune City, where the Santalune Swarm are hosting the Spikemuth Devils. Spikemuth Devils today are starting out with Incineroar and Crocodile, whereas the Santalune Swarm are going to start out with Center Scorch and Sizzle. So many in this battle, but let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, Santalune Swarm or the Spikemuth Devils. Crocodile is going to start out with the speed advantage, having that speed of 92. So it's going to go with a Magma Storm. If it goes for Sizzle, this will be massive damage, and it will. And it's a one-hit wonder. Sizzle is eliminated from this battle as quickly as it started. We are not even a minute into this thing. And Crocodile, with that Moxie ability, is going to get an attack boost to add to its already 117 base attack. As Center Scorch clearly wants none of that, and is going with a flip turn. Targeting Incineroar, a super effective move, but it will go back to the home team, being Santalune Swarm. They're going to send out Volcarona, and we will see Center Scorch come back onto the field very shortly. As Volcarona comes on with its 135 special attack, but it's also got 100 speed, so it will become the quickest Pokemon on the field. As Incineroar goes with an Autotomize, and Incineroar shines with its 115 attack stat. As it boosts its speed, it may actually become the quickest Pokemon on the field. And here we see Center Scorch coming back on, also a physical attacker with 115 attack. And as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle. If we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime, and Incineroar has gotten that speed boost, as it's going to go with a Dragon Tail, targeting Center Scorch, so Center Scorch is going to go straight back to the bench. So we're going to have a fourth Pokemon shortly, Orbeetle come out for the Santalune Swarm. Orbeetle has that 110 defense, 120 special defense, so it is a very defensive Pokemon, obviously. Pain split between Volcarona and Incineroar is actually going to benefit the Spikemuth Devils, and here's Crocodile with that attack boost now. It's going to go with a Dream Eater. That's not going to affect Orbeetle, as it is currently awake. Orbeetle has a 90 speed, so it's almost quicker than Crocodile. Everybody on this field is quite quick at the moment. Incineroar now is going to go with a Stone Edge. It targets Orbeetle, and a massive hit to Orbeetle with that super effective move. Volcarona has its opportunity to respond if it can get another bug-type move off for its team. Instead, it goes with a takedown, and it will target Incineroar. Incineroar takes the hit very well as Volcarona gets that recoil damage. Crocodile now is going to go with a Supersonic, hoping to leave somebody confused, targeting Volcarona. Volcarona is going to need to shake off that confusion in the coming turns. Here's Orbeetle. Again, slowest Pokemon on the field, but not a slow Pokemon by any means, as it goes with an Eerie Impulse, and it targets Crocodile there. So Crocodile's special attack will be low, but its physical attack where it shines. Now these two teams have had very up and down seasons. Spikemuth Devils started very low on the ladder. They're currently sitting 15th, but they almost got into the 8 a little earlier in the season, so they need some wins to boost that confidence to try and climb the ladder. Volcarona with its opportunity, going to go with a Metronome, obviously. And it's going to set up a grassy terrain, looking to restore health for everyone on the field in between turns. Now, Santalune Swarm have a 4-4 record. One of those wins actually coming in overtime. If they can, they'll try to avoid that today. They want all 4 points from a victory. Going to go to Rock Wrecker now, coming from Crocodile. If this goes for Volcarona, it'll do massive damage. And it does, and Volcarona is eliminated. Unbelievable. There's 2 eliminations for Crocodile now, and that Moxie is going to boost that attack stat even more than it already has. Orbeetle now needs to do something. You do not want Crocodile building all that momentum with the Moxie. We've seen Pokemon do that previously so far this season in the Elite Challenge League. Everyone gets that health restoration from the grassy terrain as Center Scorch comes back onto the field for a 3rd time. Now, the Santalune Swarm do have a 4-4 record, as I was saying, but they're currently sitting 13th on the ladder. So they definitely want some wins to try and get higher up. They have been as high as 4th this season, and they would love to see that again. Incineroar changes its type to normal, as Crocodile has to recharge. So all that speed advantage is going to the Spikemuth Devils at the moment, as Orbeetle goes with a Play Nice, targeting Incineroar. Incineroar's attack is lowered. Almost want to think they should have done that to Crocodile to try and lower that boosted attack stat. As we get a Grassy Glide from Center Scorch, this will be super effective, but Crocodile holds on. Does get taken down into the red, but again, Crocodile holding on from that Grassy Glide. Here's that health restoration that everyone's going to get from the grassy terrain. Incineroar with its opportunity. The Fire Dark type goes with the Psyshock. And it will continue to target Orbeetle. Orbeetle getting chipped away out here. Still sitting in the yellow, even though with that attack being not very effective. Now Crocodile has an opportunity to capitalize. Instead goes with a rest. This could actually be very beneficial as it did have its health taken down into the red previously. So it'll go to sleep and take itself back up to 100%. Santalune's will need to capitalize on the sleeping Crocodile and get it out of this battle. Orbeetle going with a head smash. It's going to get some recoil damage from this. Targeting Incineroar takes it down into the yellow. There's that recoil damage, but Orbeetle just holds on. Center Scorch now. It's going to go with a Fury Cutter. Continuing to target Incineroar. It does get Incineroar down into the red, but there's that health restoration from the grassy terrain. Now, as always, in our description below, we have a link to our Instagram page where you can get regular ladder and fixture updates. Everybody sets up for the turn. Getting that speed advantage. Still going to the Spikemuth Devils as Moonlight is done by Incineroar to restore its health. This is massive for the Spikemuth Devils, who still have their first two Pokemon on the field. Incineroar gets itself back up into the green. Crocodile, who's still fast asleep. You can hear it snoring away down there on the battlefield. Orbeetle now goes with a Muddy Water. It's going to hit both Spikemuth Devils Pokemon. Massive hit there on Crocodile. Takes Incineroar down into the yellow. Will also lower the accuracy of Crocodile. That can be very beneficial for the Santalune Swarm. If Crocodile ever wakes up, Center Scorch is going to go with a Stomp. And that'll get Crocodile down into the yellow. So Crocodile is almost back to where it started before it used the rest. Again, there's that health restoration from the grassy terrain. Yeah, both these teams desperately want to win. Nobody wants to go any further down the ladder. And as we're about to hit past the halfway point of this season, this being the 9th round, everybody needs those wins. They want to build that momentum before we head into the final half of the first ever Elite Challenge League season. Incineroar boosting its stats here, and Crocodile is still fast asleep. This is not good now for the Spikemuth Devils. Crocodile has been asleep for way too long. As we get a guard split now coming from Orbeetle. Orbeetle needs to be going for some offensive moves, as it clearly looks like it has a limited time left on this battlefield, as it is currently sitting in the red. And focus energy coming from Center Scorch. So neither Center Scorch or Orbeetle have gone for an offensive move in this turn. We're just passing the 8-minute mark in this battle too, and we're still yet to have an elimination on the side of the Spikemuth Devils, whereas the Santalune Swarm are down 2 Pokemon, so it is a 4v6 battle currently here in Santalune City. That grassy terrain has finally disappeared from the battle, so nobody will be getting their health restored between turns thanks to that grassy terrain. Incineroar now. It's going to go with the Land's Wrath. Targeting both Pokemon, and it will do not very effective damage actually to Orbeetle. Orbeetle was still holding on. I almost thought it was going to get eliminated, but Orbeetle is still hanging in there as Crocodile wakes up and is going to go with an Iron Head targeting Center Scorch. Not very effective, but that attack boost has greatly helped Crocodile there. Twister now coming from Orbeetle. It's going to hit both Incineroar and Crocodile. It's not going to do a great deal of damage. It will chip away at both not fire type, dark type Pokemon. There have been so many fire type Pokemon in this battle so far. As we get a rollout coming from Center Scorch, not very effective, but it does get the critical hit, and it will get stronger every time that move connects. It will continue to go for the next number of turns unless it misses. Incineroar now is going to go with an Ingrain, so Incineroar will clearly like having that health restored between turns, because that's exactly what Ingrain will do. Crocodile now. It's going to go with a Surf. This is going to hit both Orbeetle and Center Scorch. It's going to ride that Surf and even hit its own teammate in Incineroar, but it will eliminate Orbeetle from this battle, and it was super effective on Center Scorch. But Crocodile's got the first 3 eliminations from this battle, which means 3 times it has boosted its attack stat. It's only getting stronger. And Crocodile even avoids the rollout from Center Scorch. There are now 3 eliminations from the Santalune Swarm, and still none from the Spikemuth Devils, as we have Golisopod come onto the field for the Santalune Swarm. Golisopod, more physical Pokemon, 125 attack, 140 defense. We're going to get an entrainment from Incineroar. Targeting Center Scorch, so Center Scorch's Flame Body is going to become the Blaze ability. Crocodile now. Again with that boosted attack stat, and it's going to go with a Horn attack. Targeting Golisopod does massive damage again. That boosted attack stat is so beneficial. Rapid Spin now coming from Center Scorch. This Golisopod only has a speed of 40. It is the slowest on the field, and Crocodile is still holding on. They just cannot get Crocodile off this field, and they need to desperately with all those boosted attack stats. Quick attack now coming from Golisopod, but goes for Incineroar, gets a decent hit there. And there's the health restoration from the Ingrain for Incineroar. This is amazing. We are over 10 minutes into this battle, and not a single elimination from the Spikemuth Devils. To the Spikemuth Devils, sorry. Santalune Swarm need to do something, as they only have 3 Pokemon remaining. They do not want a clean sweep against them. That Rain Dance is going to start the rain on the battlefield. If we see anyone hit a Thunder, we know it's going to connect, and Center Scorch is going to go with a Vital Throw. And it will go for Crocodile, and finally Crocodile has been eliminated with that super effective move. That is the first elimination for the Spikemuth Devils. Almost 12 minutes into this battle. Going to get a Rock Blast now from Golisopod, see if it can hit all 5 times. It will get Incineroar off the field if it does. It's got 3. Incineroar's in the red. It's got 4, and Incineroar is eliminated after 4 hits from the Rock Blast. That is fantastic for the Santalune Swarm. They've just almost leveled things up. If they can get another elimination very soon, that would be fantastic for the Santalune Swarm, as we're going to have 2 new Pokemon come out for the Spikemuth Devils. We have Obstagoon coming out first, and it's going to be joined by Weavile. Weavile being an Ice Dark type. Weavile has 125 speed and 120 attack, so very fast, very physical. Whereas Obstagoon's coming on. Obstagoon has 101 base defense, 95 base speed. Weavile is going to go with a Meteor Mash, going straight for Golisopod. Going to send it down into the yellow, and Golisopod with that emergency exit ability is going to go back to the bench as the last Pokemon for the Santalune Swarm comes onto the field, and it's Pinsir. Pinsir with that 125 attacks, 100 defense. It's also got the Moxie ability, funnily enough. See how if it can benefit Pinsir at all in this battle. Obstagoon now is going to go with an Iron Defense, looking to boost those defensive stats that I already mentioned. Now, Center Scorch has been in this battle since the very beginning. It has been back and forth to the bench a number of times. It's been quite a number of changes between Santalune Swarm teammates. Weavile is going to go with an Earthquake, and that will take Center Scorch out of this battle. It's not very effective on Pinsir, but Center Scorch is eliminated. Obstagoon with an opportunity to solely target Pinsir now. It's going to go with a Wonder Room, however, so this will just negate the effects of everybody's Leper Berries. Oh, I apologize. Wrong move. It switches the defense and special defenses. Now we get a Mystical Fire from Pinsir. Surely it's going to want to go for Weavile, but it looks like it's going for Obstagoon. It's not going to do a great deal of damage. However, Obstagoon's special attack will be lowered, and Golisopod is going to come back out onto the field. It is a 2 versus 4 situation. Santalune Swarm are at a big disadvantage, but you know it's not going to be a clean sweep now. Weavile, with its opportunity, is going to go with a Frenzy Plant that targets Golisopod. This will be massive, and it's going to. But Golisopod holds on. Thankfully, that Bug typing helped it there, as it is a Bug Water type. Aura Sphere now coming from Obstagoon. This could finish it off. And Golisopod's still holding on after a not very effective attack. Pinsir now with its opportunity is going to go for a Surf. This is going to hit everyone on the field, as we saw earlier. Rides that Surf, and it will eliminate its own teammate. Pinsir is the last Pokemon remaining for the Santalune Swarm, but that Moxie ability will increase even though it took out its own teammate. So Pinsir does get an attack boost. It needs to go for some offensive moves as it is now a 1 versus 4 situation for the Santalune Swarm. Venom Drench now. Coming from Obstagoon, but it will fail. Pinsir again has that attack boost. This time it's going to go for a Waterfall, another physical type move, so that is fantastic. And it goes for Obstagoon. A very big hit as that rain will stop Obstagoon being taken down into the red. Pinsir at a massive disadvantage here. You have to think it's only a matter of time. Weavile still with that speed advantage, so even that speed advantage going greatly to the Spikemuth Devils. As Weavile goes with an Octazooka. It will lower Pinsir's accuracy in the process. Now Obstagoon is going to go with a Discharge, so it does follow up. Hits everybody on the field, but it's not going to do a great deal of damage, and it will take Weavile down into the yellow. Pinsir now going to go with a Power Whip. This time targeting Weavile, and it will eliminate Weavile from this battle. So again, Pinsir's going to get a Moxie boost, just like Crocodile was doing earlier. This is the second boost for Pinsir. As again, it did eliminate its own teammate in Golisopod. There's now a 1 versus 3 battle for the Santalune Swarm. Spikemuth Devils still with a massive advantage as Umbreon comes out onto the battlefield. Umbreon with that 110 defense, 130 defense, special defense, and it's going to go first here. It's going to go with an X-Scissor onto the Bug type. Gets a decent hit, taking Pinsir all the way down into the red. Obstagoon could follow it up here. Goes with a Dream Eater though, so it's not going to affect Pinsir, who is still awake. Now Pinsir's going to go with a Duron, so it continues to go for physical attacking moves, and it's going to target Umbreon, and it's a massive hit, and Umbreon, it's actually a Zoroark. Zoroark's illusion has worn off, and it's a one-hit wonder. Zoroark is eliminated. Pinsir will get the Moxie boost again, so we know who the last Pokemon coming out for the Spikemuth Devils is. It's going to be Umbreon, because that's who Zoroark's illusion was copying. This is a fantastic. Pinsir has gotten the boost 3 times. It needs to get some more physical moves off, but that would explain why Zoroark went first. It has 105 speed, but here we go, Sweet Scent now from Obstagoon, so it's not going to go for a physical move, and Spikemuth Devils need to take the powered up Pinsir off this battlefield before it keeps getting stronger. Pinsir again has its opportunity, and it's going to go with a multi-attack. It's going to target Obstagoon. This could get Obstagoon out of this battle, and it will. That is another Pokemon down. And it's all tied up. Pinsir is doing an amazing comeback here. What is it doing? Unbelievable. Another Moxie boost. Umbreon needs to take it out of this battle. This is a comeback story, but it's going to go with an Incinerate. This will be super effective. And that is it. Pinsir has been eliminated. Unbelievable dream run there by Pinsir has been cut short by Umbreon, and the Spikemuth Devils have gotten the win. But unbelievable to have a 1v4 disadvantage and to bring it back to 1 versus 1. Pinsir, unbelievable performance. But that also performance by Crocodile, getting the first 3 eliminations of this battle, just set things up brilliantly for the Spikemuth Devils. And the Santalune Swarm did so well to get so close to getting the victory, but they just could not get it done. But Crocodile, massive performance. Pinsir, another massive performance. Umbreon being the dream killer of this battle, taking Pinsir out. But the Santalune Swarm did so well to bring this battle back to a 1v1. Next week, they're going to want to hope to have more luck when they travel to Saffron City in the Rivalry Round to take on the Saffron Psychics. We are now halfway through the Elite Challenge League Season 1. This is amazing. I cannot believe Pinsir almost got the victory for its team. Spikemuth Devils did very well to hold on just. But next week, they're going to be facing their rivals, the unbelievably impressive Olive and Ore, who are currently sitting in first place. When Spikemuth Devils will host them in Spikemuth City again in the Rivalry Round. That'll be a very big matchup. And the Spikemuth Devils will want to have something to prove, although they'll be coming in as massive underdogs. But again, that was an amazing performance from Pinsir, continuing to go with those physical moves, taking Zoroark out with a one-hit wonder, as we even had our 3-minute warning. So time was ticking, and Pinsir did so well at taking out Obstagoon, taking out Zoroark, taking out Weavile. Fantastic. 3 eliminations for Pinsir, 3 eliminations for Crocodile. But that Incinerate from Umbreon saved the game for the Spikemuth Devils in the clutch. Fantastic performance. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was best on field. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.